May I come in, sir? Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
तो रितेश कुमार, right?
Yes, ma'am.
आप इतना ही लिखते हैं कि आगे
Ma'am, just
सरनेम भी लिखते हैं?
नहीं, just Ritesh Kumar. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, which is your hometown?
Ma'am, Ranchi, Jharkhand.
Ranchi.
Yes, ma'am.
Ranchi is a good place.
Yes, ma'am. It is a veritable place.
Very good place. Very good learning, education.
Ma'am, I did my schooling from Ranchi only.
Ranchi only.
After that, I have done my schooling from Kota also. Then my college was in Noida.
Huh? You keep changing?
Yes.
From Ranchi to Kota and then Noida, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's all right. So tell me, there was this Ranchi area, there was one of the highest well-known universities in olden times. आपके area में?
Ma'am, I see that there are engineering colleges like VIT Mesra is there.
No, that is now, but earlier. और पीछे जाइए, इतिहास में जाइए. Go into history, there was a very, well-known university. नहीं याद है? कोई बात नहीं, it doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about it. So you've done BTech in Electronics and Communication.
Yes.
Right? So this is JP Institute that is in Noida.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you know what happens when we put about 6 people together and I tell Mr. First Gentleman that please communicate, I went to school. I tell him, then he'll communicate here, and by the time it reaches there,
Yes.
something has got lost. I went, goes away, or says up, I'm going to school, it changes. Why does that happen in communication?
Ma'am, I think that not able to listen the first.
Not able to listen carefully.
correctly.
Yeah, correct. Right. So when we have this wireless business, wireless,
Yes, ma'am.
right? You must be knowing about wireless.
Yes.
So when we want to communicate from Assam and we want to communicate to Jammu Kashmir, that the enemy is coming this way, going that way, or the aeroplane is coming this way, going that way, then they also have a system in wireless communication,
Yes, ma'am.
right? It's a cryptic sort of system.
Yes, ma'am.
How? So have you ever heard of that or seen that?
Ma'am, it works through a system. Like the voice is converted into electrical signals through the transmitter, and then again through the use of transducer, it is again changed from one form to other form. Then there are stations are there through which the electric signals travel, but it travels in a discrete form through the signal of 0 and 1. Again, it get converted to the voice sample.
Then the voice will come that side.
Yes, ma'am.
Now suppose there is an aeroplane flying at low height.
Yes.
So now I have to tell somebody in the field that there is an aeroplane at low height, right? So sometimes the lower height thing doesn't come on the radar. Is it correct?
Yes, ma'am. Sometimes.
Sound.
Yes, ma'am. It's like happened with the drones also. Like they are not.
Doesn't come. Yeah.
Sometimes the radar doesn't able to catch it.
So how to avoid that? How do I manage to say that this aeroplane at low formation is coming to your area?
Ma'am, it can be done through a better communication system. Use of better like lidar is there now.
A better radar.
A better lidar, through lidar, which like the sound through radars, like which was using sound say medium to measure the distance and also the time. But now ma'am, the lidar can ensure accuracy.
Okay. So now about drones, like what I know a little about drones, they are saying that now you are sitting in Patna, suppose, right?
Yes.
And I want to send something from Ranchi. So I'll put it on the drone and it will come to your doorstep and it will deliver your need, whatever it is.
Yes, ma'am.
Can it happen?
Yes, ma'am, definitely.
Are they trying?
Yes, ma'am, it is trying. I think Telangana government started delivering the vaccines on pilot basis.
Oh, how nice. So do they manage the, the refrigeration and all that for the vaccine so that it reaches properly?
Yes, ma'am. Definitely.
They can manage.
Yes.
So I don't know, I don't see very big drones. So, like if the vaccine is not properly kept, refrigerated, then it can go useless.
Yes, ma'am. The infrastructure part is very important, like the temperature part in the vaccination, keeping the vaccine is very important. But yes, in various countries, like the drone service, like the Amazon is using using drones for delivery of goods.
Supply,
managing the supply chain.
I saw that. I saw the picture. Okay, right, sir.
So Ritesh, can you tell me the similarities and difference between administration, management and governance?
Sir, administration, management and
Governance.
sorry sir, I was not
And governance.
So the similarities is that all of them provide services to the people in an efficient manner. For example, in administration, one has to deliver the various necessities like education. Similarly, in the management also, there has to ensure that there is efficiency and effectiveness is maintained. And governance is also the same, like the policies are implemented in a better way. And the dissimilarities I see is between administration, management and governance is administration is mainly done at the higher echelon, like the higher bureaucracy, but management is basically done at the middle and the lower bureaucracy. And governance, now I see that mostly becoming in synonymous with administration also post 1990s after the implementation of new public management. So it is very much quite getting narrowed down. The definition of administration and governance is narrowed down.
Good. So can you brief me about the present macroeconomic situation of India?
Sir, as I see the inflation, the CPI inflation is above 6%, and the WPI inflation is in two digit. But sir, I see that the forex reserves is around 620 billion, and the GDP growth is close to 6%. Then apart from that, sir, I see that the fiscal deficit part has also in budget 2022-2023 is reduced to 6.4% compared to 6.8% in the previous fiscal, and so the capital expenditure has increased to 35%. So it is healthy.
Okay, so which type of inflation do we consider when we talk about inflation as a data, CPI or WPI?
Sir, at the retail level, we talk about a CPI.
Okay, yeah, right. So can you tell about the economic impact of Russia-Ukraine war on India?
Sir, as I see that there is increase in the price of the oil, like it has gone over 110 barrels. So in that case, it can have a cascading effect, like the price of the petrol is increasing, and definitely other sectors do depend on the on petrol, like the transportation, petrochemical industries. So it can have a chain reaction, I see. So this is one impact I see, that it can increase, but sir, also we have opportunities. Like we can export wheat, and I see that in Ukraine is one of the Ukraine and Russia are the major supplier of the wheat. So we can supply wheat. Then also we can get petrol from Russia also. So we also have opportunities.
And have you heard of term CUET?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I would like to know the pro and cons of CUET.
So basically CUET for the standardization of entrance examination for central universities. And the pro that I see, the benefits that I see is that first, it can result in standardization. There are various examinations that are fragmented across sector. And the second biggest advantage that I see, sir, is that many students in the rural area are not aware about various good universities. But now there will be level playing field, because they will automatically get into if they are getting a good marks or good rank, then definitely they will get chance to get selected. And the cons that I see is that there are various courses that are fragmented, and also requires a local based understanding, like the languages, for example, Bengali language is there, for that how things can approach. So I think this is one of the.
Okay, Ritesh, and I would like to know why you are so keen to join civil services.
So civil service provided a lot of opportunities, and there are also challenges to work in a diverse area. For example, sir, if I get into service in initial posting, I will get a chance to implement the policies. I will get a chance to interact with different group of people. So I can get a chance to work in different area.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Ritesh, year 2000, Jharkhand was created.
Yes, sir.
Along with two other states,
Yes.
Chhattisgarh and Uttarakhand.
Uttarakhand. Yes.
So if you very broadly compare the development of these three states on some important economic and social indicators, how do you see Jharkhand has been doing?
Sir, I see that Jharkhand has improved a lot. Now the local people are getting a lot of business in the MSME. They are opening their petrol pumps. They are very much confident enough to get the jobs, and like they are now the job creators. earlier we saw that they were working in the petrol pumps, in the restaurants.
Particularly with the, when you compare it with the what is happening in Chhattisgarh or Uttarakhand. So just a very brief, can you give me some?
Sir, I see that the Uttarakhand and Chhattisgarh definitely had a better governance compared to Jharkhand. But now things are stabilizing in Jharkhand, and Jharkhand is also improving. The GDP is like 9% per annum. Then infrastructures are also developing. But sir, Uttarakhand and Chhattisgarh have done better than Jharkhand.
This, I think 40% of India's mineral wealth that lies in Jharkhand, is that right?
Yes, sir.
40%.
Yes, sir.
So is Jharkhand able to utilize that great natural resource to fully to its advantage?
Sir, I see that Jharkhand is not able to utilize it.
What are the
to its
reasons for
advantage.
that?
Sir, the reason is mostly related to governance. Like a lot of displacement has taken place in the different districts. But those who are displaced are not getting the benefit. Like for the compensation, they are not getting the basic facilities, they are not getting, and resulting in that because of that the poverty is not that much reduced, and also the benefits are not reaching.
You know, have you heard of aspirational districts?
Yes, sir.
How many of them are there in Jharkhand?
Sir, as I am able to recall it, close to 21. Close to 21 districts are there.
The highest number in the country is 17.
Yes, sir, close to 17 or 21.
So have you noticed any change, because you are living in Ranchi, because of some coordinated working in sanitation or water supply?
Sir, I have heard
communities.
Sir,
Any improvement in these districts?
Sir, I have heard from a few of my friends who are working with the aspirational district program in Khuti. They are saying that the skilling, like the skill intervention through skill centers are opened. Then also like the sanitation facilities in Jharkhand, sir, one of the poor state where the sanitation was very much poor, in the bad shape. So it has improved drastically. And one thing that I have seen that through DBT now people are getting their house constructed in a very limited time period, and the money is directly reaching to them. So they are able to build their houses, and I have seen that it is completed in a record time.
The Panchayati Raj institution is also not very well developed in Jharkhand. What could be the reason? Elections were not held for many years. Are you aware?
Yes, sir. The elections are not held for a long period of time.
What is the condition now?
So the reason I mainly see is because this institution are not that empowered. Like they are not financially and functionally they are not that much empowered, and because of that there is a lack of connection between the administration and the people, and therefore the demand is also not that strong.
Have you heard of this national plan on additive manufacturing? What is additive manufacturing?
Sir, 3D printing.
Do you see any future of additive manufacturing in our developmental journey?
So definitely it has a
which are the main fields where you see a good use of this technology?
Sir, for the arts, I see for the arts on making very fine materials, and also like in the construction sector it can play a very important role.
What about pharma, defense?
Yes, sir, in pharma also, in defense also, like it has a huge potential, and for example I saw in the news that in China they have built a house in a very record period of time, so it has a lot of potential.
Okay. My last question would be with regard to your hobby, football.
Yes, sir.
Because you play football, you watch football, and so tell me why India has not been able to a great nation with regard to football. We have, I think, only once at some many years back we could participate international.
Yes, sir. In 1950s we were one of the footballing nation. We won the Asia Cup. So, we participated in Olympic.
But now we are nowhere. But what could be the reason?
Sir, I see that there are huge energy at the grassroots level.
Sorry,
huge energy, sir, at the grassroots level. Like the kids are playing football, but the thing that we are missing is interlinking from village to block level and to the district level, and the infrastructure part. Infrastructure part is not that good compared to the other elite footballing club or the countries where they tap in talent, they have a good scouting network, and they provide them a lot of better facilities, world-class facilities. So we are missing those things.
Do you think that the Super League which has been started in case of football for the last few years, will it help in creating that kind of infrastructure and create that kind of talent?
Yes, sir. It will definitely help us. We are seeing that a lot of infrastructures are building in, and India's ranking has improved drastically. Like 104, it has come down to 104, and now they have opened a lot of grassroots facilities.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So Ritesh, you are from the land of Dhoni,
Yes.
but instead of cricket, you are fascinated towards football.
Yes.
So why is Dhoni such is a hero in Ranchi and Jharkhand as a whole?
Sir, as I see that Dhoni brought the name of Ranchi in the international level. He gave the name to the city. Like everyone knows him throughout the world. Everyone knows him. Everyone understands his leadership capabilities, what the contribution towards his nation. And definitely, when someone asks that where Dhoni is from, so Ranchi, so automatically Ranchi gets
feel
him.
proud of Dhoni's name being taken.
Yes, sir, definitely.
You said leadership.
Yes,
So
sir.
what are the leadership qualities that you saw in Dhoni? And what qualities would you like to acquire from him to be a good civil servant?
Sir, I see two qualities. The first being always been objective and highly focused. The way he takes decision, the way he takes risk, and like the way he implements those things is very good. And apart from that, whenever the teams win, he always back the team and stay behind the team and give credit to the team. Like we have seen pictures where the Mahendra Singh Dhoni is in the side of the team or in the back of the team, and always try to give credit to the team. So these two things are very important, sir.
So tell me, you with electronics and communication background, you're the DM of Ranchi.
Yes,
So
sir.
like he brought, you said innovation and lot of boldness in cricket, his decisions as a leader.
Yes, sir.
What kind of leadership you will provide in bringing some innovation in your district with the help of electronics and communication background that you have?
Sir, I will try to be decisive. I will try to ensure that whatever the schemes or whatever the various
Tell
policies.
me, be specific to the technology. Could you think of any technology that you would bring in which is novel, which is modern, and which is relevant for district administration?
Yes, sir. RFID cards.
It's already there.
Sir, I will try to improve the technologies that are already there.
Any technology which you would tell me, what are the modern technologies which we are moving towards?
Sir, AI, that is one thing. The second, sir, 5G. And also, sir, I see that in Ranchi, the broadband.
5G is not in your hand till 5G is launched.
Yes, sir.
But what would you do in artificial intelligence and apply in some district administration aspect?
Sir, AI can be used for tourism, like in which the footfall can be measured, like in which area, because Ranchi is one of the place where a lot of tourism take place. It is also a city of waterfall, so it can be used for tourism purpose, like to analyze the things, so that
Analyze what? Let's be specific.
sir, to analyze the infrastructure facilities, law and order facilities, and also to understand that they are in which time period the traffic is peak.
So that's not tourism. That's generally, traffic management and other things. Not exactly tourism.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, you have mentioned organized event called Battleground.
Yes, sir.
So what is this, Ritesh? Battleground?
So this is the event that we organized in third year.
What
and,
is the-
and basically it is related to completing various tasks, like making videos, conducting various physical tasks, and those who get the maximum point were declared winner, and also provide a certificate.
So you were just an organizer, or did you also launch something there?
No, sir, we didn't launch anything. Just the plan was already in our mind, and just we
So
executed
what
it.
were your specific qualities that made this event successful?
Sir, two things that comes in my mind is coordination and communication. I was able to coordinate with different team member and also with the participant. And also communication part, like it has to ensure that there is a communication, because the different participants were located in different area. They were performing accordingly, and then communication part was also there to ensure that there is transparency, because marks need to be noted down.
You talked about 5G.
Yes, sir.
So how can 5G, I mean Indian context, how would we be able to use 5G for national defense?
Sir, 5G as I see is a very fast broadband. So it can, the defense, like for the defense part sector also, they can leverage the high speed internet and also like encryption and decryption of the various information part. Like they can, there can be communication of IoTs in defense.
There is a specific aspect which Indian Army has mentioned, the Defense Secretary said that we will use 5G for this purpose.
Sorry sir, I'm not aware about it.
Okay, my last question, 2+2 dialogue,
Yes sir.
which is going to happen.
Yes sir.
What is it?
Sir, basically it is the dialogue that happens between the defense ministry of two different nations, like between India and Japan. It happened between USA, so that there can be better coordination. And
You just mentioned Defense Ministry, it's only 1+1.
sir, the second name I'm not able to recall it.
So what is the agenda of the forthcoming 2+2 dialogue with the US?
Sir, I have not gone through it.
Thank you.
PSA.
The PSA is basically Panchayati extension to the schedule area applied for the 5th schedule.
So, does it apply in Jharkhand?
Yes.
Alright, now what are its most important features? PSA?
So the autonomy that it provides to the Gram Sabha when it comes to procurement of minor forest produce, land devolution, and also like in the PSA area there are 50% seat reserved for the tribals. So more of the functions that are provided to the tribal in the district. So
Has PSA empowered the tribals in Jharkhand? Has it had some significant impact in your view?
sir, I'm not able to recall it.
Now, Jharkhand is also affected by Maoism.
Yes.
Which areas? Can you name some of the areas affected by Maoism currently?
Sir, it has declined drastically, but some areas are
Right.
Gumla and the Palamu area.
The Palamu area.
Yes, sir.
Alright, now what are the features of these areas? Are these primarily tribal areas or there are some other types of features?
So they are tribal area, like Gumla is tribal area.
So the tribals are the people most vulnerable to Maoist ideology.
Sir, I believe that those who are below poverty line and are most vulnerable to the ideology of Maoism because they are recruited by the Naxalites.
So it's basically an economic issue, not an issue of tribal exploitation or caste, etc. My question is that, do you think it's primarily economic or is it more caste and tribe?
Sir, it is related to tribes. And I see the reason is that a lot of tribals they were displaced from their home region, but they were not able to benefit it, and because of it the left-wing extremists continued the ideology and they recruited them.
Thank you.
Thank you.